Okay, I'm gonna try and make this as quick as possible. So, me, my husband, and two of my sisters and their boyfriend went to visit Zion National Park, and we stayed in a home about 45 minutes away from the park. We used Airbnb. The stay was fine. Our only complaint was that the water is well water, and which sometimes can develop like sulfur, and so it had like an egg smell anytime you use the water, and it made an egg smell throughout the house. And the first day that we got there, we were kind of like shocked and like freaked out that like the water smelled like eggs. So we went and messaged the hosts, and we're like, we just got to the house and the water in the kitchen has a strong sulfur rotten egg smell. I'm not sure if there's anything we can do about that. The bathroom water seems to be fine. Sorry, the bathroom water has the smell too. So messaged them immediately. We're just kind of like, is this like normal? And they're like, hi, I'm glad you arrived safely. These houses are in well water and there is sulfur in it. It's not harmful in any way, but I know it's not the best smell. We personally don't drink it, but I know many people that do. There's a water filter on the refrigerator door. That water is drinkable. There's also a water container with a filter inside the refrigerator. Anyhow, I can assure you that it's normal for this area. Let me know if you have any more questions. And I said, okay, thank you. We were pretty nervous. So, yeah, so the whole trip we had to drink out of bottled water, and whenever you showered, it sent an egg smell throughout the house whenever we used the sink. There was also a garbage, like a full garbage of like food garbage left there, and like the dishes were dirty, which we kind of assumed might be because of the sulfur water. The other thing that was kind of frustrating, obviously like the egg smell was super frustrating. It smelled like eggs in the house pretty much the whole time. So like that was really frustrating. Washing dishes with bottled water was kind of frustrating because they left a Brita filter in the fridge, but that's not that much water for 3 days and 5 people. And on top of the fact that it still smelled like eggs, and Brita filters don't really filter that much out. So when I was looking up, like, are there solutions to this problem, I found a bunch of different ways that you can solve this problem. So that was also frustrating to see that there was like lists and lists of ways to solve the problem. And then my sister went and knocked on multiple of the neighbors' doors and talked to them, and they were all like, yeah, we don't have this problem. We're on well water too, and we don't have this problem, except for one who said they have the problem sometimes, which means that there are solutions to the problem and other people will figure out how to deal with it. So it was just a little frustrating for them to just be like, yeah, it's just normal, like we left you a filter of water, like whatever. But we're like, the hassle of trying to find a place, there was only one other place that we could switch to, and they do have like a pretty lax cancellation policy, but that only leads me to believe that people cancel a lot, because I've never seen like, I've stayed in multiple Airbnbs, I've never seen a policy where you could literally cancel the day of and you just have to pay for the night before. I'm sure that like some people do it, but I've never seen it, so I can't imagine it's that common. But they allow you to cancel literally the day of, as long as you pay for the night before. So we're just kind of like, if we're gonna have to move to like a new place after, you know, we all just drove like 5 hours, and then have to pay for this night anyway, we might as well at least stay the night. And then we decided we would just stay and just deal with the egg smell. So I made a review. Like, we talked to plenty of people about it. We talked to all of our co-workers, we talked to some friends, family. Everybody was like, yeah, it's like normal, but there are things you can do about it, and like they probably should like tell people. And I wasn't originally gonna make a review, but I did, and I gave them 3 out of 5 stars, which I think is what upset them. And for my review, I said, the place was beautiful and the location was great. We loved the views and we had front row seats to a beautiful lunar eclipse one night. Only hiccup, though it was pretty significant, is that the home runs on well water, which has a distinct sulfur smell, aka eggs. We had to buy bottled water, and anytime we showered, there was a lingering egg smell throughout the home. Not particularly ideal. They sure just said it was safe, but didn't recommend drinking it. A quick internet search told us that drinking it could cause diarrhea or upset digestion. I'm pregnant, so this was pretty alarming to me. Might be something to consider before looking into this place. And I just made a review, left it at that. They responded immediately to my review, which I did not see because I'm not on Airbnb like that. And they said, hi, Tanisha, thanks for your review and feedback. I'm sorry that the sulfur in the water was such an issue for you. It's actually really not that uncommon of a thing, but we're aware that not everybody wants to drink it. That is why, as I mentioned to you when you checked in, we provided water filters so that you may choose to still drink the tap water safely and comfortably, which still not comfortable. I don't think most people are trying to drink water that smells like eggs, but maybe that's just me and all the people that we talked to and all the people that we went with. Like, I have not found a single person that was like, I would have drank the egg water, but okay. So I didn't respond obviously to that. And then I saw, and by the way, they gave me a 5 review, said that we left the place in perfect condition. So let's just also add that in there. So a week after the review, they sent a message and were like, "Hi Tanisha, I just wanted to address your review of the vacation house. It was a little shocking to see. You just gave us the lowest review we've had in 4 years of business. I'm honestly just questioning the fairness of that review. You gave us a 3 out of 5 stars for both cleanliness and accuracy. I'm hoping you can clarify that for me, as the issue with the sulfur in the water has nothing to do with either of those things. But please let me know if there was an issue about actual cleanliness or accuracy. No one has ever mentioned anything before. The house should have been spotless for you, and as far as I know, our listing is extremely specific and accurate. This vacation rental adds a large part to our livelihood, and inaccurate reviews like this matter, and we can have a very negative impact. Again, in 4 years, I've never had to question a review like this and would appreciate clarification. Thanks." So I saw this another week later, and so at this point we're like 2.5 weeks after we actually stayed there. But I said, "Hi, I'll just make a quick list. 1, there was completely full trash left in the house in the compartment near the sink. 2, there was a foul odor throughout the house. And 3, I think you should include the sulfur water in your description or pay to have it treated. Whether or not the issue is common doesn't mean that there aren't existing solutions to the problem. A single water filter that requires releasing a nauseating smell into the air to use isn't a real solution. I personally wouldn't consider any space that smells or has contaminated water to be clean, and therefore found the listing to be inaccurate. Clean is free from dirt, impurities, or foreign matter. There wouldn't be options to treat water that was already clean. Also, if it's a common thing and people don't mind, it shouldn't be information that you're withholding. It's unfortunate that you seem to disagree, but all 5 of us have spoken to several people each who completely agreed with our sentiments." So they responded immediately, and then I think I didn't see it until 2 weeks later. So they said, "Thanks for your response. I'm glad to know about the one trash that was overlooked by the cleaning person. That is something tangible that I can address. We, along with our neighbors, have explored solutions for the odor. Nobody has been able to find anything that actually works. All water, whether well water or municipal, contains different substances. The water you experienced is no more contaminated than the water that you live with on a daily basis. This water just has an odor to it. Your response is an overreaction, and I have no desire to go back and forth with you over it anymore. We're glad that you and the 4 others who stayed in the house are of the same opinion and will not be booking with us again, as none of you at this point would be welcome back." So I saw that today, which is 2 weeks later, which is a month after we stayed there. And I thought this was completely ridiculous. So now we can't stay there because I had a negative review. Like, yeah, we're not going to stay there again. But like, and first of all, second of all, how is me responding to a question you asked an overreaction? Or are you saying that me giving you 3 out of 5 stars is an overreaction? Because I would argue that the only person overreacting is you, because I just gave a review and said, yeah, 3 out of 5 stars for cleanliness. I forgot to mention the dishes thing, but I mentioned it in my message today where I said, the dishes were also dirty. You're currently the only person overreacting. My review wasn't unfair and was frankly extremely complimentary. 3 out of 5 stars isn't going to affect your rating much. Well, mind you, they have like a 4.9. And so once again, you're the only one overreacting. You still got paid and the review is extremely complimentary. I'm just repeating myself. To claim I'm overreacting by responding to a question you asked is actually insane. The review was clear enough and you were the one upset by it. Also, we spoke to your neighbors who all said they don't have the problem. So you're being dishonest. Maybe you should speak to them for real and ask what they did. And her response to me is, for real, ... It's a little scary that someone with your temperament is procreating. Do not contact us again in any way. So, I'm contacting Airbnb. We'll see what they have to say about that. I will no longer be talking to these people. But yeah, apparently I shouldn't be procreating because I left a 3 out of 5 star and I used the phrase, for real. Feels pretty feels pretty racist, honestly.